the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
I think people forgot how bad COVID hit, and everyone just remembered COVID and nothing the 3 years prior to that.
Yeah, I feel like COVID kind of bailed Trump out, where he still didn't do great with COVID. But that was like such a crazy, chaotic moment that it was like, well, it's out of his control to many degrees, but it's like, that's what you're there for.
He was warned. There's a pandemic. There's sickness and illness coming. We need to do something about it. What happened? Oh, no, we need to keep making these trades.
Well, you know, COVID was actually caused by 5G, herd immunity. So other people that 5G didn't resonate caused them to have a viral infection in their airways. And
no, there's no such thing as viruses. That's all a mental thing. I've heard that. Would you believe someone actually?
It's all caused by food diet.
I got in an argument with someone that told me viruses was all mental. I almost lost my shit.
Fuck off.
I don't like talking conspiracies, but I almost lost my shit.
It's like, so is the blood that runs through your vein. It's all mental. All right, well, are y'all ready to start the show?
Yeah, go ahead and start it so I can make some food.
All right, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on the Twitter at HorcruxHipster. Also, check out our Patreon and TikTok page. And we are here with...
This is AG3 coming at you like the one black guy that worked the farthest during the Montgomery bus boycott. The guy who lived the farthest from his job, just bitching and mad every day. Bitching and mad every day during that boycott. I bet you there was one black dude that lived so far, and he's like, I can't believe these bastards.
Well, here's a soundbite AG3, and I believe George Wallace is kind of on the same page as you.
People saying stupid shit everywhere I go. Like Jerry Seinfeld told me he's going to build him a new house, and he's going to build it from the ground up. I said, you know, that'd probably be the best way to start building that house. So you start with the roof, you're going to run into some trouble. People just say stupid shit all the time. He dead and gone. Now, what the hell does dead and gone mean? Dead and gone. Anybody ever died and stayed? I'm at a funeral, and the preacher said the lady was in a better place. And I'm going, she's in a box. Just stupid shit.
Hey, did you find George Wallace, since his last name is Wallace, in honor of St. Patty's Day? Is that a Scottish name?
Scottish, yeah.
Yeah. It all sounds the same.
Nah, it hit me after I said it, that Wallace was
William Wallace. Yeah, man. Just remember that Mel Gibson. In other news, Mel Gibson might get his guns back.
Man, the only good thing about that Mel Gibson movie was the woman that played the French queen, Sophia Marshall.
Shout out to Mel Gibson. I thought he was not a complete douche.
He's the ambassador now at Hollywood for the White House, isn't he?
Oh, did they need an ambassador?
Even better. That's why he needs his guns back. That's why he needs his guns back.
Hopefully they gave him the guns that they should have gave Alec Baldwin in Rust. Anyways, and we are here with...
Everybody's for sale ass, trick ass, cheap ass grandpa and truck driver, Captain P-Funk, coming at you like a grandpa. And also happy birthday to me.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Count P-Funk's birthday. How old are you now? 74?
49. I'll be 50 next year.
These old Negroes are turning up. 49 is a square number. But your soundbite, this dude is definitely not square. He might have something else going on with him, though. Here's your soundbite, Pedro.
To DeAndre's mechanic shop, where the price gonna change a lot. You better fucking believe it. I've been fixing cars for 6 months, and business is boom. I done made a lot of money. Old people, call me now. I give you a deal. I specialize in old people in dumbass holes. That'll be $50 for your blanker fluid, $1,200 for your transmission light, and another $100 because your car smell like shit.
Jared, where do you find this stuff? Like every time I come on here, you come on with the most ridiculous stuff.
I think it's the timeline. It's the timeline we're living in. This stuff is just
What's your algorithm like?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is? No! You don't want to know. It does much damage.
By the way, Patty, I just want to say some of the stuff you sent me makes me worry about your algorithm.
No. That's Paul, and that's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And we're here with our special guest for today and our patron saint.
Patrick Moore here, your ambassador for Irish American Month, repping it up in Minneapolis.
You have Tampon Tim as your governor, right?
Yeah, he's great.
He's a great guy. I like him.
He's good, yeah.
I was on board with him. Just yeah.
They nuzzled him too much. Muzzled him, not nuzzled. Muzzled. Maybe they did nuzzle him. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's your soundbite, Patty, and this is in honor of you and your clan. You're not part of a clan, but just this figure of speech.
Sometimes it seems like being white is like the hardest fucking thing in the world to be. Can't even be in the sun. Like, what kind of fucked up evolutionary trait is that? The sun? How are there so many of them? How they lasted this long? On top. It's SPF 45. Is that enough?
I hate the sun.
What the hell you be watching?
That's why I just said that 5 seconds ago before you came on.
I don't know what the hell was yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Patty hates the sun because he's a beautiful white Irish man.
I can't even front. I think I sent you that, didn't I, Patty?
Probably.
Come on.
You want to talk about algorithm? Pedro's sending me the weirdest shit too. It's lucky Aaron's on Instagram, or his thing would be peppered
Exactly.
with explicit material.
Well, Patty, it's Irish History Month, so...
Jared, the stuff that you sent me today was outrageous.
What did I send you today? I don't even know it.
Was there any of it outside of Costco?
No, I'm not going to say it on here. It's just...
Is that outrageous? Dang.
I will say, Patty and Paul get the typically the most offensive stuff. Sometimes Pedro. Yeah, Pedro gets it too.
I'll send it to Pedro and see what he thinks.
Hey, the people I worry about their algorithms, other than mine, I'm self-admitted. I'm okay, but there's a lot of projection and deflection that comes from certain people, namely the beautiful white Irish American on here and Taco Pablo.
My algorithm is animals now because I have to delete Instagram and put it back on my phone to reset the algorithm.
Oh, don't worry, I'll help you bring it back to where it was.
Fuck off! I don't want that shit. I do not want that shit in my phone.
You Paul and Taco Pablo, you Paul and Brandon are.
Paul's gone from Instagram now.
Yeah, no, he's busy. He's got another baby. And shout out to Paul and Emily up in Oregon.
So that's what happened to him.
They're expecting another baby in the next month. Within the next month. Also, some good news I hear. Our patron saint of Ireland, Patty, is also expecting a white king.
That's good because I'm expecting you guys to have these big Irish families. That's what I want. I want you guys to come here.
I keep forgetting. I just keep it it comes at me a day during the day. I'm like, fuck.
I'm looking at 5-6 kids each from all you guys.
No way. No, fuck. I can't afford that shit over here.
No, that's the problem, and I'm mad about that.
You don't get benefits over here if you had to have a kid.
I'm mad that you can't afford the 5 or 6. I want the 5 or 6.
Don't worry. After this stock market crash, you can have as many kids as you want, Patty.
I need a new car and everything. I just got a Subaru, so.
Just let the stock market crash. You'll have plenty of room for more children.
All right, and my name is Jared, aka DJ Art, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart. Here's my soundbite of it was gonna be Pedro's soundbite originally, but then it switched over to mine just because I found that ignorant one with the car shop that I thought I liked for Pedro. Anyways, here's my soundbite.
I married a Hispanic, a Puerto Rican. I was going to help with the dishes. I started the first day we came back from our honeymoon. I thought I'm going to be a good husband. I started doing the dishes, and my wife said to me, and I quote, "What are you, gay?" So that's the one benefit, one of many, of marrying into the outside of the white race. Amen.
What the fuck?
He was in church saying that, man.
How is that even? Is that real?
Oh no! Okay.
I
We
should have
gotta
kept
follow
that.
some of
I
these
should have kept that as
preachers.
Pedro's. It is St. Patrick's Day week, and it's Irish American History Month.
Heritage Month.
Irish Heritage Month. Sorry about
Thank you.
that.
That sounds better because Irish American history, meaning you could go out there and be like, "Hey, man,
How many
let
railroads
me blow
were
up Ben
built?
Affleck."
Tell me more about the mines.
Hey, weren't you supposed to? Didn't you ask Pedro? Wasn't Pedro supposed to answer a question for you, Jared?
Oh, Camp B-Funk, who's your favorite Irish person?
Besides Patty,
Good answer.
probably my other BFF, my wife's friend, Marie Ritchie.
Wait, what's her last name?
Is she real Irish or just like Irish by connection?
I think Kamal got more Irish roots.
They were born in Bisbee, Arizona. They were Army brat kid. No, wait a minute. Wasn't Bisbee? They moved to Bisbee. I forgot what Army base they were on. But they were her family was raised in Bisbee, Arizona. It was a mining town.
What did Bisbee, Arizona got to do with Ireland? God damn it!
Same thing.
Your favorite Irish person, Aaron? Who is your favorite Irish person?
I think you asked me this before. I got the same answer. Georgia Sapala.
Who was that again?
I think she's just like Irish, part Irish, Greek, and some kind of African.
She don't look Irish. Let's say that.
How do you spell her last name?
Sapula. I think Sapula. Sapla. Georgia Sapla. Don't worry, it's clean, Patty. You don't have to worry.
On the show, I would say Paulie was my favorite Irish. Patty.
Fuck that.
She was born in Ireland, so she counts as Irish. I also like some Irish actor. I like Genevieve O'Reilly. Irish
actor. From Andor, from the Star Wars.
Yeah, he's good. Of course, I mean, there's easy. The easy ones are like Cillian Murphy, Domhnall, the dad more than, how do you pronounce his name? Donal. The dad. I like the dad as an actor. I mean, the son's not bad either, but the dad is phenomenal.
Brendan,
yeah. And then some more actors.
Colin Farrell. He's gotten very good.
You know what? He's gotten really good. Yeah, there's Georgia Sapla. He's gotten really good.
My favorite Irish is Harrison Ford.
Come on, man.
I don't know this girl at all.
Just some influencer that back when I first noticed her back in my old Instagram days, which was long ago.
Fucking hate influencers, man.
Yeah.
Pain in the fucking hole, like.
That's where Patty's taxes were going to.
That's what my fucking Instagram algorithm is full of, fucking influencers, cunts, just talking.
Patty, who is your favorite Irish person?
I don't know. My dad. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to Patty's dad.
Yep.
Sponsorship. Come on the show. Patty, as our resident patron saint of the show for St. Patrick's Day, can you tell us a valuable Irish tradition, St. Patrick's tradition that y'all have?
Go to the parade.
The parade.
Yeah, the parade has gotten really good in the last few years in terms of floats and stuff like that. So it's proper. Floats have gotten so much better since I was there. Since I left. I went to the one in St. Paul in Minnesota last year. It was just shit.
You got to go to Chicago, man. When the kids get a little older, you guys got to take you a road trip to Chicago.
Yeah,
I like the big one.
I love seeing, like, they had no bands, they had no marching bands. It's just like people fucking walking. And like Irish Heritage Society. I'm like, all right, this is cool. Just throwing out sweets and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess the parade is the big thing back home.
Okay. And what's the one thing you remember most about the parades back home?
Full of people. It's just like the city center is full of people. I actually walked in the North Carolina rally, St. Patrick's Day.
What kind of rally? You went to a rally in North Carolina?
Rally, North Carolina.
Oh, Raleigh. Okay.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
I went to a rally in North Carolina. I was like,
you're going to put Patty as one of the guys with the TT torches.
I just watched Django last night. I got triggered.
It's against the law for niggas to ride horses in this territory.
His name is Django. He's a free man. He can ride what he pleases.
Not on my property. Not around my niggas, he can't.
I can't see with this thing on. I can't ride with this thing on.
Hey, so which one was better, the Raleigh, North Carolina parade or the St. Paul?
They were both the same. Irish Americans are very deep into Sinn Féin and Irish republicanism compared to home. Especially, well, the people I met in North Carolina were.
How about Sean Fain, the union leader?
No, Sinn Féin is the political party in Ireland that's kind of was associated with the IRA back in the 70s and 80s. So they're kind of they're a nationalistic Republican party that want to see united Ireland.
Do they like black people?
No. That's not what I said.
Just need to know what kind of Republicans I'm dealing with.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure. I don't know.
What kind of nationalists are y'all?
I don't know. Jared, go out there. I'm gonna start spreading rumors. You know, Jared's part of the. You know, I know Jared's part of one of the army, the British Army.
Patty, what's something that you miss most about being at the parade or being out and partying in Ireland that is just American socializing, partying, parading doesn't have? What's something that Ireland has that we don't have here in America?
Healthcare. No. I meant Guinness.
Yeah,
I just miss a good pint of Guinness. Although I never really drank that much on St. Patrick's Day when I was home. Just being around family. I was always rowing on St. Patrick's Day, like training and stuff. So, but like just hanging out with family was the best thing.
All right. Well,
so would you compare our beer to your beer? Would you say our beer is
dog shit?
Like gay beer?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What's better, Budweiser or Bud Light or Real American Beer, Hulk Hogan's beer?
Well, tell me this, Patty. How much Guinness will it take for you to make a parody Not Like Us about Ireland and Irish Americans in Boston?
Never. Doesn't matter. I'll do you too, though, instead.
How much Guinness could a leprechaun gluck if a leprechaun could gluck Guinness?
Yeah, that's why Jared takes this St. Patty's thing to just.
You know what? My kids start talking about leprechauns, looking for leprechauns in daycare. I'm like, fuck! I need to stop this.
Yeah, you gotta stop that early.
I need to stop that early. You need to stop. That's offensive. That's cultural appropriation right there.
See, Jared's the type of person, Patty, show up at your house with a box of Lucky Charms.
Definitely.
And that's a shitty ass cereal. When I had Lucky Charms for the first time in college, I thought that was the shittiest cereal I ever ate in my life.
Oh yeah, they're just freeze-dried marshmallows.
Exactly.
It tastes like shit. I grew up on cornflakes, so for me, my mom would consider the sugar cereals when she would buy like Cheerios or Rice Krispies. So to go from that to Lucky Charms, I almost threw up.
Dude, that's just chemicals.
Oh yeah.
And then people are like, no, you got to try this Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That was worse than that.
Hey man, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch hit though, man. I'll tell you.
That was too much sugar, man. I think
that shit is banned in Ireland.
Thank you. See, they already know.
That's a
Ireland
good question.
sounds like a better place right now.
I think I asked Paul this question last time. I think I asked y'all that. What is banned? Don't y'all have this like common?
I know Subway bread is not bread.
I was just going to say, Subway bread was considered sugar bread, wasn't it? There's too much sugar inside it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do miss Irish bread though. I do make it here myself, but like I miss Irish beef and Irish bread and Irish pastries.
How do you feel about Takis?
That was the same thing.
What is Takis?
The worst chip ever. All you see is kids walking around school with red hands, licking their hands all day, spreading all kind of germs.
They even got one with a blue powder on it, Patty.
That was the same thing Paul said. When we were driving back from your birthday that time in Tahoe, Jared, Paul was telling me how much he just missed the beef. He was like, the beef was so much better in Ireland.
It was actually corn-fed.
You know what's funny? You put on Takis and all it's showing you is people's hands more than it's showing you the stupid ass chip.
I put Takis fingers.
Oh.
Jesus
it's all
Christ.
pretty disgusting. I don't think I've ever had a taco.
Basically, they're miniature corn tortillas, small corn tortillas rolled up and then deep fried. and then doused with like this powder flavoring that is either what is that chemical looking
that shit that
California the blue raspberry. It's like a blue raspberry color blue, and then a super red.
When are they outlawing the red dye?
Pedro, what does RFK Jr. feel about red dye?
Oh, just about to do that. Now I get my voice back. Hold on. I was just going to ask if you had, how can we get, if we can implement the Irish plan into America and get our foods clean and cleansed so we can be healthier and we won't need vaccines.
I think Robert F. Kennedy is Pedro's favorite Irish after Patty, his next Irish person.
Jesus Christ, that guy is a.
Is he Irish?
Yeah, man. The Kennedy family was all Irish. Why do you think they had so many kids?
Yeah,
they were hardcore Catholic Irish.
I didn't realize they were Irish. Oh shit,
Wexford in Ireland.
Oh shit!
Okay. You didn't know that, Jared?
I thought maybe they had some Irish in them, but there's like I don't know some other. They're white.
Irish American. They were Irish American. That he was the first Irish person with heritage to become president.
That wasn't told. That's not a story that's told me. I just heard he got his head blowed off on the Dallas, at Fort Worth or Dallas. I don't know.
Fucking hell.
You know, aliens did that. You know, it was a drone. When you look back, there's a drone.
You know, Angelina Jolie went back in time and bent the bullet around her.
Who told me there's a conspiracy that Jackie Kennedy was the one that did the final shot? I couldn't believe that. Jesus told me that. I almost lost my shit.
Ow! I'm hit. But my vest coated, bitch. Yes, I'm alive.
In news this week, there's a new conspiracy out that water is a scam.
Gotcha.
On a podcast.
I saw this. Did you send me this?
Maybe. On a podcast where everything is, seems to move the political spectrum and the scientific and just knowledge base of America. It was said that water is a scam by this genius.
I believe water is a scam. Water is a solvent, so it's dissolving your body. The fact that people say it's hydrating your cells is crap. It's not a carbohydrate. It's not a fat. It's not a protein. It's literally a solvent. If you put any type of material in water, it dissolves it. That's what it's doing to your body. And same thing with water weight. And you're drinking all this water and bloating. There's actually no benefit to it. If you want to hydrate, you have fats, you have juices, you have something that your cells can actually utilize.
Wait till he finds out that juice is mostly water. He's getting blown away. Our bodies are made up of 70% water, but it's somehow the water is going to dissolve your whole entire body. Listen, I am starting a petition that we have to make podcast equipment harder to get. That should never, ever be on a podcast. I'm convinced this has to be just rage bait.
This is why we need an education system.
Yes, right there.
Should we
get on there and start talking like they know what they're talking about?
If you say something and you sound convincing enough, it makes it true.
What if he did the research and poured water into water and then the water evaporated in the desert?
Well, if white people can survive the sun, I think they can survive water.
Yeah, man. I can't believe you gave that dude 2 views now.
Well, that was a reaction video, so I didn't give that guy the views. I gave the guy who said that we need to make podcasting equipment more expensive. What do you guys think about that?
I'm fine with that.
Move on.
I think microphones should be $6,000 a piece.
I wouldn't mind that. We got in at the right time, so we got some decent mics, not at that price. But if they wanted to raise the price from here on out, I would be okay with it. Well, in other news, Tyrese news. Tyrese is still posting things to make us fearful of this godless world.
I saw this earlier on. This is so stupid.
Here's what he posted with no caption.
We booming.
It's a rogue wave overtaking a cruise ship of hundreds of people.
Alien infidel.
Tyrese from Baby Boy.
Why do I smell baby oil? He was also in Fast and the Furious.
Am I the only one aroused right now?
He sang a song at the back of a bus for a Coca-Cola commercial.
A long time ago. So
I love how this video, if you look at the reaction of the guy in the white t-shirt, like play it again, they're there on the bottom. It's no reaction. Look at him. No reaction.
So is this real or AI? This AI.
But sure, look at the guy in the beige coat. No reaction.
No, the dude in the beige coat is still. Does he have a cell phone in his hand?
He's just chilling. He's like, "Oh, there's a little water on me."
Yeah, it's a cell phone.
The people are like, "This is AI." The one dude, somebody commented, the dude in the white tee that you were talking about, Patty. His head is on backwards. If you look closely, watch. Look where his feet are facing.
Dude, AI is gone nuts.
Amazing.
That's going to be a Cuddy Corner shout out to AI here in a minute, but not on this episode.
When I saw it as I was driving, I was like, "Oh, that's terrible." And then when I pulled over and looked at it a second time, where I actually was paying attention, I was like, "Oh, this is definitely AI."
Look at your man's hand. Look at the guy. He grabs a cup. Cup comes out mid-air. Look.
Yeah, and then it goes away. Yes,
it goes away.
Yeah,
that's what I thought was a cell phone.
That was a cup, dude.
All I know is that if I was that dude and water started streaming through and I heard that noise, I would have popped up and been out. But that motherfucker was still sitting there. So that's what I was like, why is that dude not? And then I started looking at it a little closer and I was like, oh, this is AI. Okay, for sure.
What is AI used for other than watching stupid? This is all it's been used for, is people making videos like this, or like, people making videos of Wonder Woman and Supergirl as countries. That's all I've been.
It's the tech future, right? It's social media. It's putting our lives more onto actual using these technologies on a regular basis. Everyone has a supercomputer, like, in their pocket or on their hip these days. This is a cell phone, right? They use these Trojan horses. They use these things that are sensationalized or seem fun to get the backdoor thing, like get what they actually want, which is our information, our patterns of what we choose and select to see, or what we are interested in, to better sell to us, but also to better learn us and better learn our decision-making processes and all these things that eventually I think is going to be to like continue to automate the workforce and subjugate us to being, in a dystopian future where we don't have jobs and we're completely reliant on, the wealthy elites to subsidize us eating fucking piss poor foods and whatever. We about to be living like Terminator, bruh. Eventually,
as long as the first thing they shoot that Beyond Meat, I'm okay.
Yeah, in other news, an African pastor,
here we go,
or prophet, in Malawi, has gone viral because he showed himself walking on air. Camp P-Funk, I need you to pay close attention to this because this would dispel most of your views about equatorial Africans. Here's a video.
Oh my God.
He was walking down the stairs and then takes about 5 steps in the same place. Oh, Jesus.
Let's go back to work this Sunday because he's convinced me he can heal me. Just make it one. Hey. But there's your proof. Everybody wanted proof. How did you build the pyramids?
They can levitate. They can levitate.
Look at the shadows in the floor, though. Go back and look at the shadows in the floor.
They zoom in close to his feet, so you don't really
see the rest of his body. If I can levitate, I surely as hell wouldn't be walking down all the stairs and wait till I get to the last stairs to do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, let me walk down these uncomfortable ass stairs with these slippery ass shoes on and wait till I'm about to hit the rug, the softest part.
The best part is I want you to listen closely. Once he puts his feet down, listen.
This big door closing.
The door never opened. It was never open.
I'm in the wrong field.
The door was closed, so I don't think anybody was there to support him or help him. Pedro, how much would you pay to have me heal you?
Look, if he can heal me, if he can make me fly, and if he can give me access to kissing the women's butt on the shore side.
That was for fertility.
Oh, that was for fertility.
You just want that power.
I want him to. I want to be in his congregation once he takes the women to the shore.
We miss Andrew C. Caldwell's first sermon today.
He's also claimed apparently to cure HIV and raise the dead, with no proof, but he's claimed that in the past.
That tells me not to visit that country.
Mm-hmm.
That country must be close to the equator.
His name is Prophet Bushiri.
If he would have been born in Liberia, he would have definitely been a warlord. He definitely would have been wearing a white suit while trying to preach.
It doesn't say.
How you gonna be a so-called prophet in Africa and you ain't even wearing a white suit, man? I don't trust this, man. Every African preacher I see wear a white suit.
Is this guy making all my claims about the equator people?
Come on, you see what he's claimed to cure? Race dead, no proof. He fled South Africa, skipping all bell and frog.
If they keep this up, all the claims I made about equator people, y'all can't come back on me on that. Because he's proving it. This is living proof.
You talk about the Hutus and the Tutsis. Look what's going on in Zimbabwe now with Mugabe. We got a problem, black folk.
Shit. Well, in our final quick news of the week, cops are back on their bullshit. Fort Worth, Texas Police Department did a "They Not Like Us" remix.
Sometimes we gotta stop it, sure.
I'm gonna say most played out
in the city, but no flavor. Forward, funky town, F-dub. Why you wasting with your hate when all we got is love? Say D, I see you like a city, throwing up pretty stuff, that's a real pity. Numbers don't lie, why you throwing up a board? Last time I checked, we took 14 of yours. Wop, 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 from the big D. Wop, 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 now the Lil D. What you thinking, Lil D? Aren't you tired? Every time we open up, we fill up when we hire. They not like us. 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 Are you my friend? Wanna join in? Then step this way. Step that way. Step this way. Step that way.
Okay. Oh Jesus.
Can we call someone
the
feds to do an internal investigation if they doing this on company time? And then he made a song talking shit about Dallas PD department. Like, come on, man. I know there's crime in Fort Worth. I've been through there.
I used to live in I used to live in Tarrant County. So
yeah, it's like I got work to do, not sitting here taking this played out song.
And I bet you the people that pay their property tax. So Texas gets. They
get a lot of money in property tax.
So it's property tax is what runs Texas.
Yeah.
And I know them dudes out, if anybody in the city's watching this is pissed off, that's what you did with my property tax. That's what you did with my $700 this month.
Exactly.
I'll be down there protesting.
Patty, how would you feel if the Minneapolis PD did something like this? Maybe trot out Derek Chauvin to sing this song.
Okay, hell, man.
He would ask you that question and mention Derek Chauvin. Man, if this song was playing and Derek Chauvin was around, I'll put his knee on top of my neck.
I'm fucking sick of this song. I'm sick of this.
I'm so tired of hearing this song. I'm with you, Patty. I will put his knee on my neck. I don't have to hear this shit no more.
Every meme on Instagram is just a stupid song.
Oh,
the stupid little shuffle dance too. It's not that good of a dance. He just shuffles his feet forward.
I'm with Patty. I've seen the dumbest memes. I've heard the song a million times. I went to the Black Joy Parade in Oakland, and I thought it was only 3 songs being played. That Mac, whatever that dude that died that made the hyphy song.
Mac Dre.
No, not Mac Dre, but Jared know who I'm talking. Oh, it's Mac Dre. Yeah, Mac Dre. You're right. Mac Dre, Too Short Below the Whistle, and this guy Not Like Us. Couldn't stop. The Too Short Below the Whistle was actually like the 3rd least heard song. Not Like Us, I swear, like half the groups marching the parade was playing that music walking down the damn parade.
Yeah.
I don't like this song because Mustard they beat.
Well, I'm not mad at the Fort Worth PD for making that fire ass remix. I always love a good cover.
Was that the fire department or was that the Fort Worth PD?
That was the Fort Worth PD.
Oh, okay.
Which is right next to Dallas, Patty. It's right next to Dallas. And I guess they're going to have their own little beef talking about we stole their police officers.
Hey.
We took 14 of yours. You put a billboard in our town, the hiring billboard, and they took 14 down.
Who paid for the billboard?
Probably the property tax.
Pedro's property tax. They still spending Pedro's property tax. He lived down there. He paid so much in property tax. They still spending it.
Yeah. And in news this week, what an era it was. 50 great years of no bag fees with Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines announced this week that they will, after a board vote, they will be going to charging bag fees for check luggage on their flights. One of the last bastions of free bags around the country, and a major carrier is now going to be just like the rest. What do you guys think about that?
Don't care.
Yeah,
I like how this.
The Southwest ain't even had no deals lately. Now, I'll be honest, man.
I've never flown with them.
You never flown with the Patty? It's a great airline to fly with. They're always friendly. They're nice. Everyone seems to be happy. Unlike Spirit Airline, they know what they're doing. They like when you miss a flight, or if you, I mean, there's times that I like change my flight last minute because Jared don't know how to give you the right day that he's flying out of town and that we're supposed to be meeting in Hawaii or what day I'm supposed to meet. So I had to change my shit last minute. Had to wait till midnight. They'll charge you fees. They'll give you some money. It's good. It's easy. And so it's a nice airline. I mean, the bag fee, if they still have the deals, I'm fine paying for the bag. Because that's just part of the flight cost to me.
Is that a check bag or is that just
that's a check-in luggage, check-in. And that's the thing with Southwest, man. Fools be showing up with mad luggage to carry on the plane.
Man, your first 2 bags are free. Like I never took 2 bags until recently when I had like a bunch of luggage. But normally I only take 1 bag. So I was used to just always having 1 bag that I might check. And then I realized, like, oh, it was free for 2, or they had advanced it to 2.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was like, man, that was something I never took advantage of, but I didn't feel the need to. But I actively like tried to fly Southwest because I was like, I don't want to spend $25 or $40, $35 on the extra fee that you don't know until you get there, right? It was a selling point.
You can pay ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pay at all. I'm trying, give me the price of the ticket, please, and take my luggage.
Some hard times here. Hard times.
I like how the CEO came online and talked about this and said, we want to give you guys the comfort, the customer service you deserve and you want by adding these bagging fees. And some of the quotes, I'm like, dude, what customers want is a cheap, fair price. They don't want added baggage fees. And the way he said it was real slick. And I'm not saying it word for word how he said it. But he quoted it like, to give you the customer service that you want and need, we're going to charge these baggage fees. No, what people wanted and need was value, not extra fees.
They're probably doing it because I think I saw a report where Delta saw a decrease in consumers over the past few months. So they're probably preparing for a slowdown in consumer or customers.
Well, we can thank Trump for getting this tariff war going and tanking the stock market and all this economic uncertainty. Everything's going up. All grocery prices are going up. Everything's going up. People are losing jobs, so there's less people to work. Everything's going up. So well,
it's also the FAA too. It's probably a lack of confidence in the FAA as well.
What does bag fees got to do with the FAA? That's my question. Now I got to pay you more for having less staff? Come on, what the fuck is that?
That's what they're saying.
Southwest like, we feel unsecure. Everyone else charging bag fees. We ain't. No, this is greed. There was a change in the board and the representation. An outside company or private equity, something like that, bought in, and they were able to get 6 board members in. They bought in a big chunk, and then they started getting their people to start helping make some decisions. And they voted to do this. So it's the corporatocracy. It's what is the common practice. You find ways to maximize your dividends and get more money, and your stock should be going up or always winning. So it is what it is. I do think it's going to hurt them to some degree. I don't think that they're
talking too smart. It's too smart for our audience. They need cocaine money and hooker money. Okay, just say that. They don't talk about corporation.
The CEOs know whether or not they're going to get the 100-foot infinity pool or the 75-foot infinity pool at their vacation home.
Buy strippers and cocaine.
Yeah, that's true.
Second house for their wife.
It's
girlfriend.
Sir Lance Woods was not very happy, and I think he made a good point in his video about the Southwest baggage fees. Here's what he said.
Whose bright idea was this, Southwest? The 2 free check bags is what was keeping y'all alive in the hood. I don't know who y'all think y'all is. Y'all ain't got no first class. Y'all ain't got no TVs on the plane. Y'all really mega bus in the sky. And the prices don't even be hitting like that. Them Southwest prices be outlandish. But the 2 free check bags can make it make sense of it. But now if y'all charging for bags, y'all got Delta prices with Greyhound services. Everybody charging for bags now. Grocery store charging for bags. Southwest charging for bags. The weed man, the last person, ain't charging for bags. And he gonna know his worth soon too.
You right, man. Southwest, like they ain't even been having no crazy deals like they used to have. That's my thing. I used to go on Southwest. I used to go on Southwest every Tuesday. That's when they have a Southwest sale. Now the Tuesday ain't shit, and then they do a last minute want to get away Wednesday. I'm like, man, what? So I got to fly out in 2 hours to save money.
They haven't had the same deals. And when I do look at like Delta prices or American Airlines, some of the other ones, they are more expensive than Southwest, but they're like Southwest is reaching the threshold that Delta and American Airlines was at in a year ago or 2 years ago, right? So they're just creeping up at a slower market rate. But at the same time, like you're like, I associate these prices with some of these other companies. And I look at the other companies and I'm like, oh, they have even gone up. So yeah, Southwest is keeping up. But like the two bags free was like, you know what? Like, I'll pay what the market rate is. If you give me a little better deal than most other airlines, I'm good with that. But if I got to pay sometimes to fly somewhere, you got to pay, right? But the 2 bags, $25 or whatever, $50 if you have multiple bags, at least, because 25 is the lowest I've seen. I've seen 35.
They get the price yet?
No, they haven't announced yet. So we'll find that out. But it is starting in May.
It's around 25. I'm all right.
That's $250. That's a substantial amount.
Man, I flew JetBlue and they charged me, I forgot how much for a flight.
Some places it's like 35 or 40.
No, it's 50. JetBlue was 50.
Yeah.
I know you don't like it, but you need to stop shucking and jiving. We got a problem.
In NFL news, free agency is still happening, and some shit is going down. Minnesota Vikings lost their quarterback, but they got a running back in a trade with the 49ers. They got Jordan Mason.
And Hargraves.
And Hargraves, who's getting a little up there in age, but he's still a good, productive player, but whatever. The Vikings looking like they're building out a little...
Are they going to sign Aaron Rodgers? That's my question. Hopefully not.
No, hopefully not. That dude needs to fuck off.
So hilarious.
It would be hilarious, but also he needs to fuck off.
I agree.
Is he just doing the same script as Brett Favre and is expected to be? They had the same career pretty much, except for the turnovers.
He said he doesn't want it.
But he's a bigger asshole. Not a bigger asshole.
Let me tell you. Aaron Rodgers' picks are worse than Brett Favre's dick pics. Did you see the pics he sent out this week of him like wearing some fucking linen hoodie on a beach barefoot, like he's in some deep thought? I'd rather have Brett Favre dick pic on my phone.
I thought he was a genuinely smart dude because of like he was on Jeopardy and and then he came out with all this conspiracy theory bullshit. I'm like, dude, fucking retire.
Patty, usually those smart guys like that, they go down the rabbit hole and they start overthinking.
I think him being a leader in the football world and having the resume he had, it just went to his head. He's like, man, I'm this tight at football. Yeah. I'm so smart. I can see when teams are subbing and I can snap the ball and have 12 men on the field and win on the technicality.
I'm so mad they finally changed that rule after he no longer. You know how many first downs and extra plays?
Oh yeah, they were game.
And they would sub, and then when the other team was sub, he'll just snap the ball real quick. And I'm like, come on, they gotta change the rule.
Yeah, Patty. Since you're here, we do want to talk to you about Jordan Mason and losing Sam Darnold, who signed with the Seattle Seahawks for 3 years and $110 million. Are you happy with losing Sam Darnold, who took you to the playoffs in a 12 and whatever record last year?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like, I think he should only be offered a year-by-year contract. Because what happened with the Jets and Panthers, he was garbage at those teams. And I think he needs a good coach to coddle him. That's what KOC did, Kevin O'Connell did this year, I think.
Another follow-up question, Patty. How many more years are you going to keep apologizing for KOC as a mediocre head coach and keeping him around?
Come on, man.
He's not bad.
He can play calling. Yeah, he's a good play caller.
He's like the Derek Carr of head coaches.
He's not. Get away.
He's a good play caller. He's
Off.
a good play caller.
His management, his time management, his management skills can be improved. But I think he's a good coach. I think, like, who else is there?
No, I think he's a good play caller. Unlike a lot of the other dudes that came from like McVay. I think Minnesota will be all right. I think they should just go with J.J. McCarthy.
I think they're going to be traditionally just mediocre. They're never going to get over the top.
As far as as long as I've supported them, they've always had a terrible O-line. They had good defenses, but like their O-line has always been a problem. The QB seems to get sacked all the time. Yeah, I mean Sam Darnold. I'm surprised they went so far as they did, but like Sam Darnold, he had some dimes, but like he's not. I don't think he's worth $110 million with 55 guaranteed.
I feel like that contract, though, because they give him the 55 guarantee, is almost a year by year because they can like cut him after that first year if he's that bad, or the second year,
or bench him. I think he would have got more money if he didn't play like dog shit in the last 2 games of the season, 2 or 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah,
because his playoff run was terrible, and then against Lions.
Well, it seems like teams always figure him out for the playoffs. Kevin O'Connell, you know, when you had your boy Kirk Cousy there, sucking up the funds, the funds in the life of the team. He couldn't. You knew he wasn't going to win the playoffs. It's kind of like the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys had 3 12-5s or whatever, 12-win seasons under Mike McCarthy, and coming into this year, you're like, oh, it's only going to get worse. They're not going anywhere. They're not getting better. They're not improving. And I feel like Minnesota's in the same boat right now, which is somebody can say I would rather be probably in your position, and I might choose Kevin O'Connell to be my head coach over what they have now and Brian Schottenheimer. Yeah, I would definitely choose him. Okay, I'm not saying that KOC is not a decent head coach or play caller, but he's not the guy that I want to get me over the top.
I think he did well with Sam Darnold because I wasn't excited about Sam Darnold, and yeah, we need a mobile quarterback too. But I don't think Sam Darnold was ever that mobile. No. He could run, but I think he
run. He was fast.
He didn't have the instincts.
He fast.
He didn't
have the instinct to get out of the pocket.
It's kind of like Daniel Jones. Like he could run and trip himself at the 11-yard line.
Trip himself when he's about to set a
QB record.
About to set a QB record for the longest run.
So there's that. But like, Darnold is athletic, but yeah, he doesn't have the feel. He doesn't have that feel, and he kind of. There's quarterbacks that don't have a good feel in the pocket, and they kind of crumble up and shrink up or make bad decisions once they're under pressure. So. McCarthy, you guys have another year with him. Hopefully he comes back from that injury. He did look better, like he actually could throw more routes than whatever Michigan might have been asking him in that preseason, but it's still preseason, so we'll see what happens with him. But Mason, I think Jordan Mason, sneaky pickup, 6th-round pick. He's still on a rookie contract. Proved that he can be a hard-nosed runner and potentially more of a bell cow. So I think Aaron Jones might become expendable now. And
well, he just signed $20 million. 2-year contract for $20 million, but he got injured halfway through last year.
This could keep him a little fresher.
This will keep him fresher, and then you have a 1-2 punch. But this guy runs really. I like Jordan Mason. He runs hard. He's kind of big, and he's got burst. He's got burst at that hole. So we'll see how long he holds up. But that's a good starting point. So
I am sad that Cameron Bynum left for the Colts. You know the guy.
I have no idea who that is.
You know the guy who does all the celebrations at every time they score.
That dude left?
Yeah.
Is he getting like a bonus for like his choreography?
He ain't got no celebrations.
He got like $60 million.
Oh, that's tight. Okay, well, shout out to Mr. Bynum. You know what I'm saying? You and your creativity with the teammates, that kept the season fresh. For sure, the Vikings, that's something that's, you can't replace. You can fire the head coach, but you can't replace that. So, all right, in other news, there's trouble in Big D, and it's not because the Fort Worth, the police department is doing bullshit-ass covers of They Not Like Us. DeMarcus Lawrence basically called out the entire Dallas franchise after signing with the Seattle Seahawks. for 3 years and probably a lot more money than he's worth at this stage of his career. Here's what he had to say.
You know, Dallas is my home. I made my home there. You know, my family lives there. You know, I'm forever going to be there. But, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. We here.
He's not going to win one with Seahawks either.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, hold on. You just went to
the Seahawks.
Well, Micah Parsons retweeted this video and said this was what rejection and envy looked like. This some clown shit with a clown emoji. DeMarcus Lawrence then responded to the tweet saying, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left. Devil emoji. Yeah, so what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, does DeMarcus Lawrence go on the same bank as Myles Garrett, who said he wanted to leave so he could win, but then stay for the money?
I think he's trying to make a good name for himself. He's trying to be like, hey man, I'm here so I can to win. Really, y'all just paid me the most. It's like, y'all want a dude that if I'm healthy, I can play, you know, almost all 17 games. I can probably give you 15 games and I'll give you about 12 sacks. Okay? I'll give you a good run stopper and a dude that's going to get consistent pressure, not constant pressure, but consistent pressure. All around very good player. Also at a stage of his career, drafted, I think in 2014. It's not like he's like coming off his rookie contract right now with like a 1 or 2 year extension. He's coming off of his rookie contract. I think they franchised him a year and then he had like a 4-year deal. So he's going into like year 9 or 10 right now. And he's also missed almost 1 full season and other big chunks and halves of seasons due to injury. So last year he didn't play barely at all. Good player. A lot of respect for DeMarcus Lawrence. Gonna miss him, but at the same time, yeah, man. I don't know if Seattle signing Sam Darnold and then trading away DK Metcalf.
Injuries last year. Didn't he have a growing injury, or was that
what Parsons?
Yeah, Parsons.
I don't know. Both these niggas was injured. They were both missed out on most of the season. I don't like. For me, I'm not at the point where. Micah Parsons, I already agree with DeMarcus Lawrence. I have nothing wrong with him saying stop tweeting and get off the podcast, do more crack cocaine and sleep with more hookers. That's all we need to say to Micah Parsons right now. Be a degenerate off the field, so enough to not get arrested, right? Get off social media. Get off the podcast.
I was gonna say they were both wrong and right at the same time.
Yeah, but I agree with both of them about everything they say, and I'm like, that was kind of cold that he said that, but he ain't lying about. He's not lying about Dallas.
No.
They ain't gonna win no title. There's no title right now. There's not a title to be won. Dak is not getting better. Dak is at the point of his career where he's not gonna get better. He might get a little more efficient season to season, but he's not getting better. He's not the same player he was when he started. And that was the one thing that I said I could see him potentially having the intangible to lead this team to a Super Bowl. But he's gotten paid. The team is obligated to build the offense around him. He doesn't run anymore. He's not the player he was that actually made you believe he could take you a title. That's the issue. That's why he's not getting better. That's why Dallas is not going to win a title until Jerry Jones dies and they make some other decisions. Could Dak win a Super Bowl? I think he could if he had all the right parts around him. He's like Cousins that way. He's like Derek Carr that way. He's like all these other mid quarterbacks that if they have everything just right, they could do enough to help you win that title. 2016, his rookie year or whatever rookie year was, yeah. That Dak, oh yeah, I could see him making the plays to win you a title in big moments because he wasn't afraid, and he wasn't afraid to run. He wasn't afraid to make plays. He played off feel of the game. He wasn't throwing the ball 45 to 50 times a game. It wasn't based on him doing that. It was based on a good run game with a dominant front that you could lean on, and him play action faking off that, running the ball when they need to, read option, sometime design, or him just being creative and picking up first downs, matriculating the ball down the field, and making that team just be always scoring points. That's why they were good. Hookers and cocaine, please. Crack, whatever. Either one.
When did they just sort that window out in the stadium?
I don't think they're going to... it's been several years that they've had that be an issue in playoff games where it's affected them. There's videos of it. Jerry Jones is an idiot, by the way. I just want to remind y'all of that. So, y'all want to put a tint on that window? Y'all want to put like a reflective like cover, something? you play your games at this time of this year where the sun sets in this section that your stadium is oriented towards. Why would you not? Yeah, natural lighting. Well, you better start having those games earlier, or you better start waiting a little bit longer before you start them. Because right now you choosing right in the middle of the goddamn time of the year where the sun is beaming in and cutting down the length of the field. Not even down, not across the middle, down the length of one whole field. That makes no sense.
Well, maybe he believes in God. He couldn't put the hole in something like he wanted to, so he left a little glory hole for God.
Fucking hell, Pedro.
Oh, in other news, Deshaun Watson is engaged.
What?
What?
I was just going to ask, because you mentioned Myles Garrett. I was like, is Deshaun Watson coming back to the Browns? That dude's not engaged.
Deshaun Watson is engaged to his girlfriend, Jilly Anais.
Wasn't he just arguing with her on the side of the street or something recently?
No, he was doing a TikTok dance with her.
Oh, okay.
And ruined his career. Well, Cleveland tried to use that so he can get out of his contract.
You better sign a prenup.
That's a cute girl. Where is she from?
Have a prenup ready because he ain't gonna get too many jobs.
Is she one of them influencers? She a singer? What does she do? She's cute.
Damn, Pedro, she can't just be cute. They're working at Target?
No, because these Negroes can't find no girls without some red flags. So where is she from? How does she make her money? What's her OnlyFans page?
Anyways, he's wearing some pearls. He got some nice pearl necklace on, and he got her a nice big old rock on that finger. So yeah, shout out sponsorship. Don't come on our show.
Well, don't come on the show, but I would like them to join the show.
Okay.
Stupid. I don't need them coming nowhere near us. You join the show. I would like to talk to you about how you see your progression when you go through the progressions. Where all these new ghosts that you got where they coming from when you see these wide receivers wide the hell open? Were you thinking about jacking off?
How could you play so bad to where the coach thought it was a good idea to put in Dorian Thompson, Smith, Jenkins, Richards III? Like, that dude is a halfback that they got playing quarterback for some reason because the nigga can throw far. All right, well,
Cleveland should have kept Baker Mayfield.
Right.
They kept a fraud. They already had a fraud. Keep your frauds.
Keep your frauds.
What happened with Justin Tucker? Is he still with Baltimore?
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, in other news, Justin Tucker is the quick kick hand GJ bandit. Yeah, him and Deshaun Watson been going on a lot of massage parlor dates together, apparently, because he has numerous women.
Well, his was years ago. That's the one crazy thing. It's not like it happened recently. What happened was the person that broke the story, the journalist, they were just like they end up overhearing someone talking about like someone going too far in massage, and that was a Baltimore Raven. They did their research. And they called other like massage parlors. They called around all the massage parlors. They just did a lot of digging on their own and found out like that fool has basically been banned from a lot of massage parlors in Baltimore. And that like basically they called people who basically said he the way he acted like traumatized him. Some were no longer masseuses. And some massage parlors are like, well, some people they interviewed like the more veteran massages, regardless if they were a woman or not. Like he didn't try it with. He would definitely had a type. He wanted like the newer person that he would try it with and things like that. They said things where he would just make eye contact. And some of them were like, "Wait, look, we're used to a guy, getting hard while we're getting massages, especially because they wanted to work on athletes. They worked on most of the massage parlors. Like, well, we have most of the athletes from like the Baltimore Orioles and some Ravens as our clients." But he would do stuff like just make eye contact with them the whole time while he was hard. I mean, make him feel uncomfortable, always gently rubbing his hand across the parts of their body, stuff like that. They come back and it'll be, look like he ejaculated on the floor or the table.
Fuck's sake.
I was listening to the person that did the article. It was crazy to hear.
What is wrong with people? Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Hey, he
Like,
did have swag. He used to do little Irish jigs on the field after making the field goal, and other whipping nays and stuff. He was swagged out, man.
Yeah, it's like at that point, just buy yourself a prostitute. It's a business transaction, right?
Or just don't do that stuff. Just go to your thing, get a massage, and fuck off home. Just don't need to do that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're there so you can supposedly get your body in shape and ready to play this.
Or go get you a
game.
big, strong man's with like burly hands.
I'm with you, Patty, man. You know what? Save yourself some money. Go on Spank Bang. Do whatever you got to do before you go out there. So especially if you know you can't control yourself, go on Spank Bang 3 or 4 times before you go get a massage.
Well, that's also breaking the
do.
law. That's breaking the law because they are trying to pass those bills to make it illegal to ejaculate without planning to have.
You're the only person that remembers that bill they're trying to pass.
That's in Tennessee, right? The Democrat.
It was like
somewhere in the
Mississippi,
South.
and it's spread to a second state now that I last heard. Yeah, they're gonna get y'all out there. Stop wanking it. There's gonna be no nut every month unless you nutting inside a woman's. Or donated sperms.
I donate sperm every day.
I donated to waste management. Let's get to Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts is the segment in the show where everyone gets a chance to rant, complain, or highlight something positive in the world. Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts. It's time.
We're burning now. God, if you let it help. So cold and bleeding now. I'm in for it, man. Gonna let you down. He had sex with my mama. We're broken people now. I need a
Aaron, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, my Cuddy Corner shout out, of course, this week goes out to Major League Baseball. I understand you're trying to grow the game. You got a lot of money to make. You went ahead and put the Dodgers to open up their season during the middle of preseason. Actually, it's Tuesday. I might as well say tomorrow night. Because Tuesday morning at 3 a.m., the Dodgers will be playing the Cubs for game 1 of the season in Japan at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, I understand you're trying to grow the game, but it's also still preseason. I don't know. Opening day used to mean something, and it's like now you have all these different opening days in different countries, and I can't even watch it because it's going to be 3 in the morning. I'm going to be asleep. My Cuddy Corner shout go out to Major League Baseball. Thank you for having my favorite team, the Dodgers, win the title. I was excited to watch opening day, to watch them get their rings, hang banners. But guess what? Their opening day is taking place in Japan, in a whole nother country, and at the craziest time zone. So I guess I got to put it on hold.
Pedro, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
I do, and I hope everybody's comfortable with my stereotypical racism because I'm about to get racist. This week, a truck driver, I want to say, it was Friday, on my birthday of all days, the truck driver was intoxicated and killed 5 pedestrians, but motorists traveling in Austin, Texas, after there was a traffic jam. It's accident, truck driver, things happen, it's an accident. No, this truck driver had 3 strikes against him. 1, he was intoxicated. 2, he was driving an automatic Volvo. 3, he couldn't read, write, or understand English. 3 strikes. He was an immigrant that couldn't understand. It didn't understand the laws, didn't understand what was going on in front of him. He used no common sense. He put 17 people in the hospital, 5 people in the morgue, 2 children. This is what's giving us truck drivers a bad name. This is why they want to regulate the hell out of us, because of people not taking this craft seriously. They're giving anybody a license. So Trump, if you want to be racist, this is the perfect time to be racist right now.
God damn.
Close the borders right now because they just hired these companies, these smaller companies, and they're coming over here just getting all kind of loans and buying up trucks and opening up trucking businesses, and you're not keeping anybody safe. If that's like me going to China or
Just
going to
going to China or
Japan,
going to do something in China?
no, going to Japan or going to China, driving a truck, not knowing any of the rules, not being able to understand any of the black and white signs, and just driving around recklessly. But this man was impaired on top of him with broken English, driving a Volvo that's an automatic with no CB radio in it. I'm being funny about the Volvo automatic thing. This is kind of dangerous we have now. We got immigrants coming over not learning how to read and write. I was like, okay, just give them the simple jobs. Okay, you don't want to give them a visa to go to school, whatever, just give them a simple job. No, you have to learn how to read, write, and understand wherever you're going. That goes for me. If I go to Africa right now and go drive a truck and I can't understand TikTok and Mbudu or Wakandan, what am I going to be doing over there driving?
The nigga ain't got no sense.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm not vetted. I can't read. I don't understand how to throw a spear and hunt for food. Okay? I need to learn the culture before I go do work there. If I don't understand and read and write, and I'm working in an industry that has safety, if you have safety involvement in it, and I don't understand the safety procedures, does that make any sense? I can't work over there.
Well, it comes down to if our government is functioning credibly and responsibly, it's regulating these things. That's all it is. But they're getting rid of OSHA.
OSHA, Doge is other firing people. For the last couple of years, there has been no regulations. This is why we need all these rules and regulations.
That's what government's for, is to facilitate safe commerce and safety net for the people. That's what it should be doing.
Let me tell you the truth. If I go over in Russia and run into, I don't know, kill 5 people and injure 16, what do you think they're going to do to me? I'm not going to jail.
They'll probably slice your stomach and pull your entrails out.
It's right there on the highway.
Do you reach to the gulag, man?
Exactly. I'll be in the gulag. So
Pedro, you should show up to court and say this.
Smoke,
You'll be in a Russian gulag, speaking Russian, eating borscht.
Patty, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Not really. Just this whole Doge.
Yeah, tell us about Elon Musk, please. Come on, just say something about him.
No, it's just the indiscriminate firing and just all this stuff going on, and this annoys me that it's affecting people's lives. These are just regardless they're left or right, it doesn't matter. It's just 10,000 people here and there. These are people with houses and mortgages, and it's just going to fuel a recession, which I think they're trying to do, so they can buy up all the property.
Yeah.
Consolidation of wealth, y'all. That's what it is. That's what the 2009 crisis was. Consolidations of wealth, y'all.
They used to call those 2009, they used to call them jungle buddy loans.
Come on.
You can't even hold on to Harlem.
Yeah, Patty, I agree with you, man.
I'm not joking. They were called, what were they called? What were they called?
Liquor store loans.
I mean, you said it was racist enough.
Yeah, it was called something like.
I do remember they called it. They had it. Yeah.
Jigaboo loans is what they call them.
Come on, God damn it, Pedro. Patty, I know you work in a space that does have to has grants and funding and stuff around it. How are your colleagues that have been, affected by it? How are they progressing, and what's their mentality as they move forward through these challenging and pressing times?
I don't talk about it too much. I don't obviously some of their grant reviews are being cancelled because of the NIH policy at the moment. Mm-hmm. So everything is up in the air, and they have to So for instance, I'm a board member on the Minnesota Academy of Sciences, and we have to rewrite our mission statement, even though because of DEI, we have to rewrite our whole mission statement in order to get funding. Minnesota Academy of Sciences is basically inclusion for every kid, high school kid, middle school kid, and elementary school kid. who wants to do science. I mean, that's what it is. It's basically include all these folks from different backgrounds. So we're gonna have to reword our whole mission statement for that, just because of DEI. It's just another scary tactic, and it's just I see that the DOD removed some Medal of Honor recipient, and because he was black, and I was just like, it's just getting too far with this DEI wiping out DEI bullshit.
Shout out to Arlington Cemetery. They scrubbed all black, Hispanic, and women from their not database, but from their website that was signifying the people who served that identified as black Mexican women. And you just gotta look them up by name now. So it's taking away parts of our history and our story, which makes this country in certain ways.
Well, it's the fact that they're taking away people who served. Like it doesn't like people who served and people who died for the country, and people who were even see vets now being affected. Like they're cutting the VA,
services, which VA was not easy to get shit anyways, as it is. And that's something I knowing about it firsthand. Like my grandfather needs some VA services as is near the end of his life, and that shit was that was a task. That was a fucking task, and it wasn't easy, but. Some of that helped, but it wasn't a full coverage thing. So I don't think they expected it to be. But yeah, VA services, cutting people working there who are a lot of former, a lot of former military work there. It's you're just screwing them over twice. It's oh, we got the VA, and if you're good, you can get a job working the VA and support your fellow troops as they come home and help. And nope, your job gone.
I just forgot my sister's being affected by that right now. It's just the VA stuff, the medical conditions.
Yep.
And the same thing. She's going through some changes and stuff, and they talking about not wanting to cover some of these procedures. So who knows what's going to happen with that? Fuck, man, you trying to kill people just already served the goddamn country.
Free Luigi.
Well, the sad thing is that all scientists and we're engineers, and they're just going to go to Europe. I know Europe is not as well paid as compared to here, but they're still going to follow their passion and move somewhere else to do their science and do the engineering. So there's going to be a brain drain from America, and we won't see it for maybe 10 years because it probably won't be felt until then.
Oh yeah, because the work isn't done overnight. It's
right. Yeah,
it's over periods of time and advancements and being on the cutting edge of stuff. Having people coming from around the world that have different perspectives and knowledge bases that they can actually DEI our way to being more creative instead of having one track mind. I saw Django last night, and I just remember keep saying did you see the nigger got the 3 dimples in this part of the brain that has subservience and servitude on it. So that's why old Ben was so good. He didn't slit my granddaddy's throat.
We will be serving white cake.
The reason why I came to America is because of science and because of their leader in scientific research. And now it's just been shit on.
It's been a war the last 4 years against science.
So who would you say is leading in science and engineer programs? Would you say China right now, or?
I don't know. I think America will still be the top one there because we just don't know enough. But I don't know enough about China. I don't know enough about the research out there. And
they don't sell their algorithms or give away their information. That's
right. They're kind of secret.
But the reason I said that, there was an influencer on YouTube, and he said he drove, I think his name is Rich Rebuilds, and he drove Rich Rebuilds and Doug DeMiro drove some of the Chinese electric cars, and he said those cars was way advanced for on cheaper production, way advanced.
Well, Chinese, there is.
I know it ain't. Wait, Patty. I know it ain't Africa.
Shut the fuck up.
Patty, would you ever want to start up the African Academy of Sciences with Pedro?
I'm not. That's fuck off.
I need you to help me lead that.
Patty, man, if you got to get out of here, man,
I'll listen to your Cuddy Corner shout out.
Oh, my Cuddy Corner shout out. Okay, we're gonna see. This one might take a while. This one might just meander. I don't know. We're gonna see.
You've been meandering the last. You took Patty Corner shout out and turned it into a long conversation.
I thought it was a good conversation though. Patty had, I think he had a thought that he was, we were getting on, and I thought it was good. It's good. My Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to similar to back in 2020 with the sports leagues and the corporations, taking a lead or standing back and standing by, whatever they did, the importance of, in these economic times that we live in, these corporations actually having human deciders that actually have moral and ethical standards to some degree when it comes to our world and our people. And we need that right now. We need places like Costco or Apple to continue to kind of push back. A powerhouse that you are in your own field that is a part of our greater society, to push back against some of these sweeping and over politicized differences in DEI or civil rights legislations. Be willing to step up and I also need the courts to step up and not back down. Right now, we are in a very close moment where this next year or so, as all this stuff is kind of starting to slow down, all the shit that the Republicans have been throwing out, Trump administration has been throwing out, starting to slow down a little bit. They're starting to kind of see where things are going. I think the stock market kind of falling is slowing down their vigor, but also like they're gonna use whatever lie they need to use to justify them continuing to do whatever their plan is, and they'll gaslight us to the point where it's like we need resolute people that are tasked with being judges to judge something equitably, fairly, and in the lens of the Constitution being paramount, no matter what interest group is arguing why they want to challenge it. That y'all stand strong. That y'all make your order heard. Now the SCOTUS, that's a whole nother thing. I think it's been bought and sold. That shit, man, I'm worried about that. But every other judge, and I know there's a lot of appointed judges by the Republicans and MAGA and Trump, and they are definitely some loyalists. That's something we got to weed out as a people. That's where we got to step in and start being better about our voting. But we need our companies to be symbols right now. We need our courts to be symbols right now of actually upholding what the values of our country is. If we don't get that, we're going to continue to get shit like Mahmoud Khalil and the attack on Columbia University, losing $400 million or federal funding, being threatened with that. And then basically a grad student who was an organizer for the anti-genocide or the Free Palestine protests at Columbia University, a negotiator for them, was arrested in Guantanamo of Louisiana, ripped from his 8-month pregnant wife because he was an organizer. And, these motherfuckers talking about they'll revoke people's visas, or if somebody is not in line with our political views or our international political views, that we can revoke your visa and deport you. The level of proof doesn't have to be there anymore. The fact that they're doing this, thankfully a judge said you can't do that. And so it's being stalled out, it's being worked out, but he's still being held. He's still not with his 8-month pregnant wife. He's not been returned to New York. So you have these situations where the censorship, First Amendment right to protest, they weren't incite. Like, you want to talk about where you violate First Amendment was when you incite a riot. January 6th was a riot at least. Okay? A protest is exercising your fundamental freedom, the First Amendment, the first thing. And these motherfuckers are attacking that. You take down the first one, then what's the second one? All you cracker ass crackers. Your guns will be next. Your right to due process will be next. Everyone, just go take a goddamn Constitution and Amendments class. Just go to a JC, go to a junior college, pay $120 for a semester or whatever it costs nowadays. It might be more expensive than that. But go and take a class on the Bill of Rights and the amendments. Just go do that, just so you can understand what the vision is that we so-called makes this country great. That's what we said was great. It was an actual trying to be a true exercise of democracy. And it's turned into a bastardized version of a goddamn corporatocracy, an oligarchy. Those fundamental freedoms that they espouse to fight a fascist or a tyrannical king or whatever the old model of government was, which was fucked up. It was an advancement. That's why we're great. And then when they realized, we were being really bigoted and racist about it, maybe we do have to, oops, what about all the motherfuckers we killed to get here? Oh shit, man, we gotta make up a little bit for that. What if we give them a month and we give them like 5 points more to maybe make it into college? That'll do, right? How about we create some programs at these other jobs, and they can maybe have better. We're gonna prioritize getting a couple extra candidates that look like them because they've been their heritage has been wiped away from the face of this goddamn country, or their heritage has been manipulated and beaten down and turned into something that is not what it originally was, as they were brought here under false pretenses. Not even false pretenses. It was slavery. They just said you slave nigga. So never mind. I don't know why I said that. But anyways. There's nothing wrong with improving the model. I'm not saying that the model is perfect. I don't think it is. It was made by a bunch of old crazy crackers that use Negroes' teeth in their mouth. Crazy shit, right? I'm just saying, and they use their hair and their seat cushions. So all I'm saying is that it's not a perfect model, but as we improve upon it, as we write amendments to improve upon it, as we expand as a society and a culture and as communities to be more expressive and live a better life than our fathers, you know what I'm saying? To be doing that, it's just to be okay with other people being in this earth and sharing it with you. And you don't have to be going to their nightclubs. You don't have to go to their parks. You don't have to go to their read alouds. You don't have to go to, like, you can choose where you go and you can find your community. But it's about respecting each other's communities and not voting against each other's just fundamental interests. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's civil services, whether it's access to opportunities that have been granted to you in perpetuity due to what's the word when you get nepotism or backdoor dealings or secret societies. You know, the Illuminati actually built the Ark in St. Louis with drones.
Behind every great black man is the police.
You ought to know that, did you? Anyways, get your shit together, America. Some bullshit.
You know, Brittany Griner was the reason in the story they got from that movie, The Danish Girl.
Salute the vagina.
Aaron, shut the fuck up.
Man, that shit pissed me off, man. I'm frustrated, man. We got people getting. Y'all go watch fucking V for Vendetta right now. People are getting black bagged.
Man, I ain't never seen that movie, Jared.
That's your favorite movie.
That's a good movie. It's a really good
Jared
movie.
watches Andor.
It's better than any DC movie you will ever see. It is better than
you should watch the Andor monologue.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to tell Jared that.
Mimics
I've been trying
monologue.
to tell Jared, it makes a lot of sense nowadays.
I'll send it to you.
Andor.
I'll send it to you after this.
Okay, we'll see.
But
People
people
have been trying to get me to watch Andor though.
But
it's good. It relates a lot to now.
It does.
It's very relatable. It's not your typical Star Wars. That's why Pedro hated it. Pedro needed the kids' lightsabers and Darth Vader breathing heavy and shit.
I thought the story could have been brought. No, I don't need a lightsaber, but I need.
That was the best Star Wars thing out there.
Yeah,
man, that was so
fully
powerful,
agree, Aaron.
man.
I
already knew. I mean, you kind of know how the Empire got its power.
No, but it's not about. No, if you think about it, Pedro, when you watch the Empire and any other Star Wars, they're bumbling idiots. They never hit their shots. They're not scary. Andor, they actually seem more like the power of the Empire. You actually see and you actually feel it, right?
Put your thumb. Yeah, no. I understood that, how they put their thumb on the people, how people couldn't move. They was trapped in there.
It was. You really see how they were being.
They didn't want to get outside the box and ruffle no feathers, because as soon as something happened, they come through and they mix up the story. They kidnap people. Yeah, I get it. I get the whole thing.
Great show.
But I need more lasers.
It was a great show. Then you stick to the kid shit, man, and let the adults watch Andor.
I'll watch more porn.
In other news, I just want to do a quick shout out to black people saving baseball. Tommy Pham, a notorious and career black person saving baseball. Having spent the last, I don't think he's been in the league for at least 7 or 8 years now, AG3. Is that about right?
The what? What's that as far as
Tommy Pham. He's been in the league.
He's been in the league for a lot of years going from team to team.
Yeah, so Tommy Pham, I know one of our resident Black People Save Baseball came out this week on a new team that I didn't know he was on.
He's trying to play for every team in the league before it's over and said done with.
And
teams he with now.
And decided to represent during spring training for all the black people. And for show is somebody that is a black person saving baseball.
I'm the Domino's champ. You know, I don't.
He's saying he's the Domino's champ.
Everyone in the league knows this.
Wait,
coaches, players, everyone in the league.
What makes you so good at Domino's?
My record.
What's your record?
Put it like this.
Okay.
If we had an MVP of Domino's, it's me. I'm the Ohtani of Domino's.
You're the Ohtani of Domino's.
Correct.
It's nice to see Tommy Pham doing an interview without getting stabbed in the back at a damn strip club.
Was it a strip club? I thought it was like a...
I think it might have been a regular club. I don't know. It could have been either one. Who knows with him? You know what? That's the guy, to go off of Pedro, he got a beautiful-ass twin sister. Beautiful. Half Vietnamese. She could have been in the Five Bloods because they're half Vietnamese.
What Asian country are they from?
Vietnam.
So was it their mom or who was?
I think it's their dad, because their last name's Pham. I think their dad's Vietnamese. Because that's a Vietnamese last name.
For sure. Shout out to Tommy Pham.
And his fine ass hat.
And his fine ass sister. Hey, come on our show. Well,
nope, don't bring him. No, don't even join. Nope, because someone gonna get stabbed. He just don't know how to keep it cool. Remember, he punched Jock Peterson over fantasy football.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He got suspended from baseball for punching a guy on the other team because of a fantasy football. He was talking mess
to
during
his
fantasy
defense,
football.
they were teammates at one point.
Talking mess about fantasy. How do you punch someone over fantasy football? I don't understand.
Darius wants to punch me over basketball
because you kicked him out the league.
I didn't kick him out the league. I have documentation of him kicking himself out of the league.
I had to text Jared last week. Why does Darius hate you? Anytime Darius comes on, he just berates Jared.
Dude, it all started. It's the podcast one, the so-called stolen podcast that Darius kept quitting and coming back and quitting and coming back to. But then the main part is then Darius quit. He quit. He sent us all a thing. Said, "I'm out at the end of this year. This is my last fantasy season. I'm mad. This and that. I quit." So then Jared took him up on it and gave his team away. And then Darius is so bad that he gave his team away.
He
He's
quit.
Like, I'm just talking. But no, yeah, he told everybody he quit.
He texted the whole league. If he had just sent it to me, fuck this, I quit. I would have been like, he's probably not serious. He let everybody know
he did.
Why
he said,
he
I'm
quit
done.
too. And I was like, hey man, y'all all heard this.